Lindsey Klossner. I played Alicia in New Year's Resolution. She was the girlfriend of Brandon's character, Dan. There's not a whole lot to be said about her because this is one of our shortest shorts that I think we've ever done in Stab Productions. I guess like she cares for her friends. Apparently she's a liar, according to Josh's character. I would like the story behind that if you're ever interested in putting that out there, Josh. I would also like the story behind why the other people did you so wrong that you had to murder them and poison them. This was one of my favorite characters to portray because, I don't know, it was relatively like, it was an easy one, like with, you know, good lines, good blocking. I felt really confident. I really felt like I came into my own as an actress and portraying Alicia. Rachel, I had never worked with directly before. Like, I know that she's helped like write and, you know, produce a lot of these, but I've never actually had a scene with her. Like, I've been in productions with her, but I've just never had a scene with her. So it was really fun to work with her as well. It went really quickly. It was filmed in one night. It was a breeze, honestly, compared to some of the other productions that I worked on. This one was a breeze, and it was just a good time. It was kind of funny seeing Brandon having to spit up on Josh quite a few times. That was amusing, to say the least. Yes, I did die. I died. I got poisoned, and I keeled over and drooled all over myself. Which was pretty funny, actually. You know, like, we had these Alka-Seltzer tabs that we had to like suck on and like put water in to make them really foamy, and we had to have them like sit in our mouth for a little bit to like get them going. So it was really weird, kind of like pop rocksy feeling, just having it foam up in there. And honestly, it was probably one of the more amusing death scenes that I've had. I'm Lindsey Klossner, and I played Serena in True Love. She was the earth element witch, so all of her powers, I think, were derived from the earth. She is definitely bitchy, very bitchy. She definitely has like a power struggle with the character Adrian, played by Nikki. She fights Adrian on being like that main bitch in charge kind of attitude. Which I think is kind of hilarious because it's so not me. I'm like the quiet one that's like, okay, you take over. I don't know. So I don't really connect with this character, but she's so much fun to play. It's really fun to like play those kind of bitchier characters and get a little bit of that sass out. Like, I have sass, for sure. I can be fucking sassy, but maybe not quite to that level. This is one of my favorite roles that I think I've ever played. I really loved the flow with the cast. Like, the girls were awesome. Pat was really awesome. Josh was really awesome. We all worked really well together. When it came out, it was my favorite. Like, every part and every step that we put into it, it was just like, it just came together really beautifully. I would love to do a prequel to it. I really wish I didn't live on the other side of the country. I literally live in Oregon now, so a little bit tricky. Maybe I'll make it my way back for like a week or so. That'd be fun, huh? Before we even started shooting, we did this beautiful photo shoot, which is to this day, one of my favorite photos that has ever been taken of me. I had a lot of fun, kind of just running around the city, and as Hannah put it so eloquently, we looked like a bunch of hookers. We absolutely looked like a bunch of hookers. No, honey, your line is still I'm melting. I love that. I think it's good playing off Wizard of Oz. It was really fun to just like be bitchy with that character and then get to throw acid in her face, like. And actually, I had a lot of fun working on that scene behind the scenes too, because Josh had to cover like layers of toilet paper. and fake blood and all that stuff. And I have a lot of fun behind the scenes, like helping with those little special effects or whatever, because I want to dive in. Like, I want to work on this. I want to have fun with my friends and like do as much as I can. So it was just kind of fun to get my hands in there, like all the goopiness. And I died by fire, you know, which is kind of interesting. An earth element dying by fire. Anyway, we won't dive into the intricacies of that, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, that's a problem. That's a little bit terrifying. We were a little bit nervous too, with like, there was candles all over this table. It was kind of like a card playing table, so a little wonky. It was cold. It was very, very cold. We had a lot of fun. We had a great freaking time. Honestly, if it wasn't as cold as it was, it would have been 10 times more amazing, but like, it was amazing to begin with. Like I've said, it was one of my favorite things, one of my favorite productions that I worked on. I'm Lindsey Klossner. I played one of the Cinco killers in Cinco. She's real quiet, maybe a mute, talks a lot with her body, very murdery. She has a fetish for hearts. That's a thing, I think. Who would have known? I was actually waiting behind the scenes for my scene. And it actually was like a series of hours where I was just kind of like hanging out in this other room, which ended up being actually really fun. But at the same time, I was like, okay, like it's getting like pretty late. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be here. So it was just kind of like the waiting game was kind of like, when am I gonna get in on this? We were getting our makeup put on at first, and that was really fun, just like fucking around like with Nikki and Brandon. Brandon was doing our makeup, and it was just really fun to like have our makeup done, and I thought it was really beautifully done. And just like, I don't know, there's a few really funny photos that I took. There's one really funny one of Brandon with the styrofoam head on top of his head under his hoodie, and he's just kind of like dancing around. And we were just doing crap like that in the background, but had to walk past like the patrons on the other side, so it was kind of funny for them to like see me walking in and out with like full Cinco makeup, like freaking in the bathroom. Like they saw me walk in as this totally different person, then walk back out, and they're like, what the is happening? I probably had blood on my face at one point. They were probably like, what is happening back there? These people are just getting more and more drunk. Like, I'm really scared. I didn't have a death scene. I've died in every other production, but this one I did not. I came out victorious. I actually killed the last girl after she killed my friend. Still mad about that, but it was kind of funny. Okay, so during that scene right before I kill the girl at the very end, she's like bashing in Nikki's Cinco character's head. And when Josh was filming this scene, he had like this little tub of fake blood, and he just like squirted it right in her face. So like when it first hit her, it's been hilarious. I don't know, watching it behind the scenes, I had to like really keep my composure, because you would have heard me laughing over it. Cinco was really, it was silly. People were drinking. I might have had a drink or two. I definitely drank afterwards. I don't know if I really want to tell this part, but I'm going to, because it's embarrassing, but it's kind of funny. So, I didn't really know that I was going to have to sit on Mark's character's chest, or Mark's chest. I mean, it's still his chest. So I didn't come prepared for that. This is horrible. This is really embarrassing, but you know what? Best memories are embarrassing. I didn't wear underwear. I didn't tell Mark. I was talking to Nikki behind the scenes like, oh shit, wait, Josh wants me to sit on his fucking chest and rip his shirt open? Dude, I'm not ready for that. That's, I don't know how we're gonna do that. She's like, just like tuck your skirt under before you do it. I'm like, okay, all right, I think that's a good plan. Because I'm like, all right, first of all, this scene is kind of already highly sexual. I don't think that Mark's gonna appreciate my straight up right on his chest, and I wouldn't appreciate that either. I don't want to get that close to my fellow actors. So yeah, definitely a weird one for little old Lindsey.